Hi friends, so today we are going to learn how to put scientific notation in standard form. Standard form means the whole number or a number with a decimal point. So what you do first, you're going to look at your coefficient. So my coefficient here is 4.3. So I'm going to write that down here, 4.3. Now, you're going to look at your exponent. So my exponent here is a positive 2. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put 2 zeros after my after the decimal point because my number needs to become larger. So once you add the 2 zeros, you need to then, so step 1 would be to add zeros. Step 2, move decimal point. Decimal point. Okay, so we're going to move the decimal point 2 places. So it'll be 1, 2. So my number will become 430.0. Or we can just omit the 0.0 and you can have 430. So this number out of scientific notation in standard form is 430. So let's do more practice. So the first thing we do is we drop down our coefficient. So our coefficient is 3.21. Next step, so 1, drop coefficient. 2, add zeros. 3, move decimal point. So we are dealing with a positive exponent. So we're going to add zeros after the decimal point. So we have a positive exponent. So we're going to add 3 zeros after 1, 2, 3. So that was step 1. After you add your 3 zeros, you're then going to move the decimal place over 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So you're then going to rewrite the number, and you will just omit the extra zeros here. So this is 3, 2, 1, 0, 0.00, and then you can just omit these. So my number is 3,210 in standard form. Next one. So here's my coefficient. I'm going to drop this down. So this is 2.4. I have a positive exponent of 5. So I'm going to add 5 zeros after. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 zeros after. And then after you add your zeros, you move your decimal point 5 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your new decimal place goes there. So then you're going to rewrite your number. 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0.0. And you can just omit the 0.0 because that's just this is just decimal form. So out of decimal point form is my number. And you want to make sure you add a comma. A comma goes after 3 numbers. So 1, 2, 3, comma. So this is 240,000. Next one. First step, bring down the coefficient. So this is 3.99. I have a positive exponent of 13. So I'm going to draw or write 13 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. After you draw 13 zeros, you're going to move the decimal place over 13 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So my decimal place will go right here. So then I'm going to rewrite the number. 3, 9, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then you could just omit the decimal point. So then you add your commas. Comma after 3, comma after 3, comma after 3, comma after 3. So this is standard form of this number here. Let me see. This would be 1,000, million, billion. So this is 39,900,000,000,000. Okay. Remember, first thing you do is you write the coefficient. So this is going to be 1.08. We have a positive exponent, so we need to make the number bigger. So I'm going to add 9 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. After you add your 9 zeros, you're going to move the decimal place over 9 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Make sure you draw your new decimal point, and then you can eliminate the extra zeros. So this would be 108, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you add your commas. So this is going to be 1,080,000,000,000 in standard form. Next one. So here, our coefficient is 7, but as a whole number, 7 as a decimal is 7.0. This will help you so you're able to move the decimal place over. So again, we have a exponent of 9, so we'll add 9 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you move the decimal place over 9. So let's add 9 zeros and then move the decimal place over 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Decimal place is there. You can omit the last zero. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Add your commas. So this is going to be 7 billion. Now we're going to work with negative exponents. So you start with the same thing. You're going to write your coefficient, but you should leave a little more room. So this would be 1.33. Now, because we're dealing with a negative exponent, you're going to make the number smaller. So negative means you're going to add the zeros in this direction. So we need to add 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I added my 5 zeros. After you add your 5 zeros, like we do with a positive exponent, we're going to shift our decimal place over this many times, but in the opposite direction. So we're going to move 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Decimal place goes there. And you're going to just rewrite the number. So this is 0.1234133. So here is this number in standard form. And you notice it's less than 1 because it is a really small number. Alrighty. Let me just rewrite I'm going to rewrite this. So this was 4.2 times 10 raised to the negative second power. Okay, so you could just, the markers went through, so just to cross that out. All right, here is my number. So first you write your coefficient. So this would be 4.2. Now, because it is a negative, you add the zeros in this direction. So we're going to add 2 zeros. 1, 2. After you add your 2 zeros, you're going to shift the decimal point over 2 spaces in the same direction. 1, 2. So my number is 0.042 in standard form. Oops, sorry. Don't worry about that. Let's do this one. So this one's a little different because our coefficient is a little longer, but you're just going to treat it the same way. So this is 6.235. Now, if you notice, we're dealing with a positive exponent. Therefore, positive means you put the zeros after the decimal point. So we're going to add 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After you add your 5 zeros, you're going to transfer the decimal place in the same direction 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's your new decimal place. You could cross off the zeros after the decimal point. So this number would be 623,500. Add your comma. So this number here is 623,500. And then we have one more example. It's another negative. So first thing, as always, you're going to write your coefficient. So my coefficient here is 1.0202. We're going to look at our exponent. That's a -7. So we're going to add the zeros in this direction because it's negative, so it needs to be smaller. So we're going to add 7 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After you add your 7 zeros, you're going to move the decimal point over 7 times. So let's move this over in the same direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So put your new decimal place there, and then you're going to rewrite the number with the new decimal point. 0.12345 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you're going to rewrite the numbers. So one way that you can make sure that you are correct, the numbers that you see in the coefficient must also be in the standard form. All that's being added is zeros. So that's what you're going to do today during the lesson. You're going to just do a bunch of problems that provide you with scientific notation, and you're going to convert the scientific notation into standard form.